Well, DDP in the ring for a match, and remember what Kevin Owens told him. Next time you lose, you're fired. So I guess he's gonna... Well, speaking of the devil, and I mean that literally, Kevin Owens is the devil himself after what he did last week, attacking Samoa Joe and then firing him at the end of a cage match. And look at that! What is this about now? Super kicking DDP and delivering the pop-up powerbomb. Paige is scheduled for a match tonight, and Kevin Owens told him, next time you lose, you're fired. And oh my god! The powerbomb on the apron, and what is Owens doing out here, pushing his weight around?
Paige, I told you if you didn't start winning matches here, I was gonna fire your ass. And guess what? I fired Shawn Michaels, I fired Samoa Joe, and because I am untouchable, Paige, your ass is fired as well.
Oh, for God's sake. Why? So you can feel like a big man? So you can feel like you're in charge? Kevin Owens has gone mad in the past few weeks. He's been pushed to his limits, and now he's taking it out on the talent. Paige is fired, and Kevin Owens is unstoppable. Welcome to Metal, folks, and what a despicable way to start this program. I didn't want to have to say it, but Diamond Dallas Page has been fired and Kevin Owens has gone off the deep end. First he fires Shawn Michaels, then last week he fires Samoa Joe at the conclusion of the cage match, and earlier tonight just throwing his weight around, saying he's untouchable and firing DDP live in front of everybody. Kevin Owens is unstoppable at the moment, and I fear for that heading into WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, tonight ahead of their Metalweight Championship match at WrestleMania, Tetsuya Naito and Kurt Angle are going to give sit-down interviews concerning their matchup against each other at the grand stage. We've also got Ember Moon in action here tonight, as well as the New Day. That'll be as part of our Slam of the Week, but first of all, let's recap what happened last week. Before Joe was abruptly fired by Kevin Owens and assaulted, Joe was put in a match against Braun Strowman, a steel cage match no less, as punishment for Joe's actions towards Kevin Owens. However, Braun Strowman did not leave that match the winner, thanks to Ken Shamrock slamming the door in Strowman's face, allowing Joe to escape the cage and win the match. Now, Shamrock and Braun Strowman have been at each other's throats for weeks now, and if you think we're going to wait until WrestleMania to see this clash, you got another thing coming. Strowman and Shamrock both demanded a match against each other tonight, and we're going to give it to you. Right now, it's Ken Shamrock versus Braun Strowman. So the grudge blows up here tonight. Braun Strowman versus the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. He looks into the eyes of the monster among men, and immediately with some body shots, the former UFC champion. That shoulder block had no effect, and the gorilla press right into a choke. There's MMA experience on display from Shamrock, but crushed in the corner. And crushes him again. Now Braun goes for a missile drop kick, but catches the ankle. Wrenching that ankle in the ankle lock, but look at the power in the legs of Strowman. But Braun was very nearly caught out by Shamrock. Going for the running power slam. Ken Shamrock in trouble, but goes down, and there you see, lifting him for the belly to belly. Braun has been embarrassed on numerous occasions by Shamrock, and he may be embarrassed again tonight. The ankle lock from Ken Shamrock has it wrenched him but into a triangle. And look at those beefy legs of Braun Strowman, like two trees cutting off the carotid artery. And he's going to make him tap out, is he? Oh, wait a minute, what the hell is this? Oh, for God's sake, it's the Balor Club again. The Balor Club once again disrupt metal and disrupting this much anticipated match from the Gorillas of Destiny, taking out Strowman on the outside. Now they target Ken Shamrock, and what is this to prove? They've disrupted numerous matches on Metal in the past, but why? For attention, is that what it is? It certainly seems that way. As Tangaloa towards Braun Strowman. Whoa! It's Chris Jericho! Chris Jericho with a steel chair to Tangaloa! And Finn Balor is fuming! Balor thought that he'd taken out Jericho last week when he threw Jericho right through the Jeritron. And now Jericho picking off one member of the Balor Club, and Finn Balor is furious. Well folks, there you see Hangman Page and Bobby Roode flanked by the Horsemen. Later tonight it's going to be a tag match between Bobby Roode and Hangman taking on AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, and they're competing in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. But speaking of WrestleMania, our main event for WrestleMania is going to be for the Metalweight Championship. It is Tetsuya Naito putting the title on the line against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Last week Tetsuya Naito stole the Olympic gold medals of Kurt Angle, and Angle is not happy with that. But earlier tonight I sat down with both champion and challenger to get some insight ahead of their title match. What does this match at WrestleMania against Tetsuya Naito for the Metalweight Championship mean to Kurt Angle?
This match means everything to me. When I first came to NLW, I was undefeated. For 2.5 years, I was the very best this industry had to offer. But then I got complacent, and I got beat, and I got beat again, and again, and again, until the myth of the wrestling machine ceased to exist.
What does this match at WrestleMania mean to Tetsuya Naito?
Despite being the top of my game, for one reason or another, I never got a shot at the world title. And I'm not gonna lie, I was jealous. I mean, who wouldn't be? Seeing people come and go, getting opportunities that I felt I deserved.
Naito, how did you feel when Angle won the Royal Rumble?
When I won the Rumble, it was like a weight had been lifted. I had the chance I was craving to become champion on the biggest stage possible. I looked Naito in the eyes, but I didn't see fear. In fact, I didn't see anything in his eyes. All I saw was a reflection of myself, with a fire in me that has reignited, especially after he took my medals from me last week.
Naito, why did you take Kurt's gold medals last week? What were you trying to prove with that? Any answer at all?
I worked to reach the pinnacle of sports, to represent my country and earn the respect of my peers by taking home the gold medals. Naito doesn't know the meaning of the word respect or hard work. I see in him the cockiness and the complacency that derailed my career.
Naito, some people are saying that you're too laid back, too cocky to be the Metalweight champion. How would you describe yourself? Anything. One word to describe yourself, Naito.
When he spat on me, stole my medals, he spat on all the sacrifices I've made to get where I am today.
Okay, what's your strategy then, heading into WrestleMania? Any thoughts at all? Or are you just going to sit there in silence and blank me, huh?
Naito, why don't you ask John Cena what I can do? Ask AJ Styles, CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Finn Balor, Batista, Roman Reigns, the list goes on and on. I have beaten everybody there is to beat, and I have still not tasted championship gold in NLW, and I'm more fired up than I've ever been. This means more to me than the freaking Olympics. I need to win that middleweight title at WrestleMania, to beat you, Naito, and show everyone why I am the wrestling machine I claim to be. I don't have a plan for failure. And you won't have a plan for when I break your freaking ankle and take that middleweight title. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Well, we've run out of interview time. Naito, is there anything you want to say at all?
Kurt Angle, I spit on your medals and I spit on your unconscious body at WrestleMania. Tranquillo Ascendio.
Well, Chris Jericho is sick of being assaulted by the Balor Club week after week, and now he is picking them off one by one. First Tanga Loa, then Carl Anderson, and who is next on the list of Chris Jericho? And there are a list of reasons why Kurt Angle would be furious with Tetsuya Naito, namely having his gold medal stolen last week. Naito in possession of the Metalweight title and the medals, but how long will that last, considering their matchup at WrestleMania? You want to talk about WrestleMania, you can't mention WrestleMania without talking about Money in the Bank. We now know all 8 participants in that match, and 4 of them, right here on Metal, are competing in a tag team match. We saw Bobby Roode and Hangman Page talking earlier with the Horsemen. They're teaming up tonight in a tag match against AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, 2 other men competing in Money in the Bank, with the Horsemen at ringside, as well as the Intercontinental Champion Cody Rhodes, who is still injured, by the way. Let's go to ringside and see how this one plays out. Hangman going for the discus, and here's the party player from AJ. As a receipt to Hangman Page. AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, both qualifying last week for Money in the Bank. Bobby Roode has the hand out for the tag, but Zayn also makes the tag. Sami Zayn with a crossbody on the glorious Bobby Roode. Now his team is in control with that Blue Thunder Bomb. And the momentum has shifted. Now Zayn looking for the Haluda kick, but Roode gets the boots up and plants it right in the face of Sami Zayn. Hangman Page, though, he's taken a lot of punishment at the hands of Styles and Zayn, and Roode wants the tag, but I don't think Hangman Page is going to give it to him. And what the hell? It looks like they double-crossed him. Now the 4 Horsemen leaving Bobby Roode alone. Leaving him to fend for himself, and there's the phenomenal forearm. And the win for AJ Styles. Well, Hangman Page refuses to work in a team with Bobby Roode, and with the Horsemen walk out on the glorious one. Not a glorious night for Bobby Roode. The victory goes to AJ Styles and Sami Zayn.
Luke, come on, the bastard Y2J took out Tanga and Carl, and I can't find Tama anywhere. I need your backup. Look, just meet me in the ring later. I need you to back me up against Jericho. He's gone mad.
The NLW Tag Team Champions, a New Day in action. Scotty 2 Hotty thrown about by Big E. Heath Slater in trouble with that DDT. Now they set it up. That big ending. The New Day pick up the victory, but hang on! Here come the Young Bucks with some super kicks. And the Meltzer driver. The New Day taken out by the Young Bucks, who are gunning for those NLW Tag Team titles. Well, Naito with such disrespect, dumping those medals in the bin. Kurt Angle is going to be furious. Well, it's time for Women's Division action here on Metal. And there is the woman who has been haunting the Women's Champion Rosemary as of late, Ember Moon, and she is... Whoa! What the hell is the Women's Champion Rosemary with that crate driving it into the spine of Ember Moon, who is scheduled to have a match? What the hell is this now? Rosemary has locked Ember Moon in that crate. Oh my god! Pushing that crate off of the stage with Ember Moon inside. Ember Moon is trapped, and she just got thrown off of that stage. The Women's Champion taking out any potential challengers. Oh my god, is she okay? Well, Rosemary taking things a step too far in my opinion, pushing Ember Moon off in that crate, off the stage. Well, Rosemary is going to have a lot to answer for come WrestleMania. It is going to be Rosemary versus Ember Moon for the women's title at WrestleMania. That, plus many huge matches that have been made on the metal side of WrestleMania, including the Money in the Bank ladder match. Bobby Roode, Hangman Page, AJ Styles and Sami Zayn from Metal, and also Jeff Hardy, Pentagon Jr., Marty Scurll, and Will Ospreay. They make up the field for Money in the Bank. And we've seen Chris Jericho scouting around backstage, picking off members of the Balor Club one by one. However, he wants the head honcho of the Balor Club, Finn Balor, and he's going to fight him at WrestleMania. And as we saw earlier tonight in the Slam of the Week, the New Day have been challenged by the Young Bucks. The last time these two teams met, New Day got disqualified. It is going to have to be a clean finish at WrestleMania with the tag titles on the line. And as we saw, Ember Moon being pushed off of the stage in that crate by the women's champion Rosemary. And it has just been made official, Ember Moon will be the next challenger for Rosemary's women's title at WrestleMania 4. And who can forget this one? We saw them interviewed earlier. Naito was mute for the most part, except for saying that he was going to spit on Angle's unconscious body at WrestleMania. Is that going to be the case, or is Angle going to walk out at WrestleMania as the Metalweight Champion? We will find out at that grand show of shows. Well, you want to talk about WrestleMania? Well, I believe that Chris Jericho is in the ring right now with this big sheet over something. What's going on? And there he is. Jericho's been picking off members of the Balor Club one by one. And what is under that big sheet in the ring? Well, no wonder Finn Balor couldn't find Tama Tonga. There he is.
Finn Balor, I've got your bad boy right here. No more sneak attacks, no more 501 assaults, just you and me. Let's not wait until WrestleMania, Finn. I'm gonna kick your ass right now.
Well, Jericho, after being attacked by the Balor Club week after week, is now in the ring. All members of the Balor Club have been taken out bar one. That man, Finn Balor. And here he comes to the ring to attack Chris Jericho. Here's the drop kick, but drop kicks Tama Tonga in that chair instead. Now Balor and Jericho fighting tooth and nail here, brawling throughout ringside. Wait a minute, what?
No, what the hell is this? Chris Jericho assaults 4 people in one night? Now as commissioner, do you think that I would allow that? You guys want to fight now? Fight now, because your match at WrestleMania is cancelled. That's because Chris Jericho, you're fired. Now you want to put your hands on me a few weeks ago and demand things? Now you're assaulting everybody in the back? No, you're fired. Just like I fired DDP. Just like I fired Samoa Joe. Chris Jericho, your ass is gone. What do you ask Shawn Michaels what it's like to sit at home, not wrestling, huh? Ask Triple H what it's like to sit at home and not wrestle. I am the goddamn commissioner, and I demand respect.
What the hell? It's the commissioner.
Do you remember me, you son of a bitch? I'm the guy you left for dead in a parking lot 2 years ago at the hands of Triple H. You know damn well our history together. I paid you to run over Triple H, then you blackmailed me for months to give you a job, and now look at you. You're the head honcho, you're in charge. After I had my skull caved in by Triple H, you took him out of action, and while I was in the hospital, took my job while I was still recovering from the trauma. Part of the agreement as to why you're now the commissioner was that it was an interim position. Until said time, I was fit to return to work. Well, guess what? I'm back, baby. Now, I must admit, you've done a pretty good job. The G1 Climax was a massive success. Metal's harder than it's ever been. But you seem to be ruining people's lives, Kevin. I should know I was very good at that back in the day. For those of you who don't know me, I am the commissioner, not Kevin Owens. And for those of you who do know me, you know I'm a real piece of shit. Now, I was a force of evil back in the day. I was a real piece of shit, Kevin, you know that. But whereas before I used my powers for evil, going through the trouble that I went through when I was in the hospital for 6 months gave me an epiphany. Maybe I should use my powers for good. So with that in mind, it's kind of ironic how you've been firing everybody left, right and centre. Because Kevin, I'm back and you're fired.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Well, you're fired under one condition. You're fired if you don't accept the match I'm about to put you in. And look, let me just clarify. Chris Jericho is not fired. Chris Jericho versus Finn Balor is still happening at WrestleMania. Now that you're not the commissioner, Kevin, you have more time for your day job, which is wrestling. You love wrestling, Kevin. And you're not fired if you compete in this match I'm about to make for WrestleMania. Kevin, you're competing at WrestleMania in a no-holds-barred match. No-holds-barred at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens versus this man.
Looking like he's seen a ghost, and now the ghosts of his past have come back to haunt him, and he's back. Samoa Joe attacking Kevin Owens. He has been reinstated by the commissioner, who is back in power. The Muscle Buster. Kevin Owens has been ousted from his position as the Metal Commissioner, and now he must compete in a match against that man, the man choking him out. The coquina clutch applied as the Commissioner watches on gleefully. Things are back to the way they were, and I'm all for it. No holds barred at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe.